Hello boys and girls, my name's Tom, and this week on the show, what are you doing?
Sorry, it's my bad. I'm playing with my new virtual reality headset. It's just incredible. I've seen some things you people wouldn't believe. The tap shit's on fire.
Alright, fucking Roy, look, you're interrupting me filming the intro again, so... You don't even own a proper VR headset anyway, you've just strapped your phone to your head.
Look, I know. But I played so many amazing VR demos at EGX this year that the real world just isn't exciting to me anymore.
Yeah, I understand that, but this show brings joy to me and about 4 other viewers, so if you can just let me just finish the intro.
Fine.
Great, thank you. So, yeah, on this week's show... Hang on, what are you even playing? I didn't think they'd released any...
Gold and legendary!
This past week has given us the Emmy Awards, a new trailer for Jessica Jones, and the next James Bond theme in the form of The Writings on the Wall by Sam Smith. All exciting stuff. And to make matters more exciting, we've got a competition coming up at the end of the show where you can win yourself a digital copy of Drones, which is the latest album from Muse. But let's kick things off with my good friend and co-host James Pickard, who's been up in Birmingham for annual gaming event EGX.
Right, more about this in a minute. But first, as I played so many games at EGX over the last couple of days, let's do an EGX lightning round. Star Wars Battlefront. People were queuing up for 3.5 hours to play this game, even though we're getting an open beta in a couple of weeks or so. Still looks awesome, still probably going to be awesome. Mirror's Edge Catalyst. Despite only about 4 or 5 people liking the first game, we've got a sequel on the way. It's the same sort of running, jumping, first-person nonsense in the first one, although now in an open world. Probably good. Black Ops 3. Loads of people played the beta a couple of weeks ago, so obviously no one was queuing to play it at the show. It's Call of Duty. Halo 5. Didn't play it. Rise of the Tomb Raider. Didn't play it. Just Cause 3. After the garbage Gamescom demo, which was basically Superman 64 again, now they actually gave you a chance to blow some stuff up. And it was fun. Homefront: The Revolution. The first game tanked, even though John Minnis was involved in writing it. So now the second one is a complete reboot, which is essentially Assassin's Creed in the first person. No one wants this. Rainbow Six Siege. They've reinvented Counter-Strike. On to the indie games, which in fact had a stronger lineup than any of the big budget stuff at the show. Shadowhand, from the guys who made Regency Solitaire, which somehow got extremely popular despite being about Jane Austen novels and ballrooms. They've reinvented the Solitaire format again to do some kind of pirate, swashbuckling, highwaywoman thing. Could be pretty fun. Aero, a game I imagine it's what being on acid and listening to EDM is like, as you fly through space and shoot aliens. The Master Plan, a top-down strategy game where you perform heists on jewellery stores and banks, and it all goes horribly wrong half the time. Sigma Theory, an intense strategy game where you're put in charge of a spy agency and have to recruit scientists from other nations around the globe. Hopiko, a fast-paced platformer from the guys who made Alone. Super difficult, but it's super fun. And that's it for the EGX Lightning Round. Always a great show, and I'm bound to be at EGX Res in March.
The new season of Doctor Who has started, the 9th since Russell T Davies brought back the popular sci-fi show in 2005. In it we see the 12th, but technically 13th incarnation of the Time Lord, played by Peter Capaldi, with Stephen Moffat returning as showrunner as he has been since Matt Smith took over from David Tennant back in season 5. But this is all readily available information. These are things you probably already know. Well, here's some things you didn't know. The Doctor's had many iconic outfits since the show's inception in 1963, with the overly long scarf, the suit and Converse combo, and bow ties being made fashionable. But some looks that got rejected included dungarees, oversized Timmy Mallet sunglasses, and a gimp suit. With rumour abound that Stephen Moffat will be leaving the show soon, many other showrunners have expressed an interest in taking over, with sizzle reels coming in from big-name directors like Quentin Tarantino. The Whispermen, first seen in The Name of the Doctor, were the henchmen of the Great Intelligence and forced the Doctor to visit Trenzalore, the place of his death. And they were also definitely not total rip-offs of the Gentleman from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Many famous faces have auditioned for the role of the Doctor over the years, such as Richard E. Grant and Catherine Zeta-Jones, but while the production team went for Peter Capaldi, he wasn't Stephen Moffat's first choice. Originally, he wanted the Doctor to be played by Australian character actor Hugh Keys-Byrne. Last year's Christmas special. That counts as a joke, right?
Unsurprisingly, my thing of the week this week is VR. Now, we're still in the very early stage of the tech, what with next to no headsets actually being made commercially available yet. However, playing just a handful of the demos at EGX has really convinced me why it's something to be extremely excited for. The moment I was truly convinced by VR was playing Elite Dangerous on the Vive, when you're just coasting through space and there's asteroids flying around to the side of you and other ships flying around in the distance, and then you kind of turn your head to the right and there's the rest of the ship next to you, another seat and all these controls, and you look down and you can see your hands moving backwards and forwards as you engage the throttle or activate your weapons. E-Valkyrie offers a similar experience when you're flying through space, including a intense launch sequence as you're fired out the side of a bigger ship into space. But it's not all about flying through space. Some games put your feet firmly back on Earth, including The Assembly, a game which recruits you into a secret underground research facility. And then there's also Esper, a game which tests your telekinetic abilities in a series of trials and challenges, which actually has you reach up to the side of your head and move balls and objects by touching the side of the headset. It's all very strange, but really immersive once you get involved with it. So VR, it's kind of spooky that it's actually happening. We don't have any crazy holodeck-esque experiences just yet, but perhaps in the future?
So Ridley Scott's come out with some juicy details about the sequel to 2012's Prometheus, which was simultaneously a loose prequel to the Alien franchise and 2 hours of my life that I'm never getting back. After claiming repeatedly during production that it had nothing to do with the Alien franchise, it turned out upon release that the Ridley doth protest too much, and he's done away with all pretense on this one, as it's going to be titled Alien: Paradise Lost. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Prometheus was a total car crash. A group of the world's dumbest scientists travel to an alien planet to make contact with the race that created humanity. Hijinks ensue, plot holes open, and not even Michael Fassbender's brilliant portrayal of the android David can save the whole affair from collapsing under its own mediocrity. I'm surprised the cast could even turn the pages of the script with all the ham in their fists. But according to Mr. Scott, we're going to be in for a whole lot more of it. He said there'll be another 2 films after Paradise Lost before the series hooks up to 1979's original Alien, which was really good, back before Ridley Scott forgot how to make films. A masterclass in tension and pacing, the perfect blend of gothic horror and dystopian sci-fi. The moment when the chestburster first erupts out of Kane's... No, not that one. That one. John Hurt, there we go. That moment is one of the most iconic scenes in all of science fiction. We can only hope that Paradise Lost captures some small part of that. He's also hinted at Paradise Lost touching upon Ripley's story in one way or another, which would further cement it into the existing canon, and is likely why he's delayed production of Neil Blomkamp's Aliens 2: The Retconning. Paradise Lost is due out in 2017, so you've still got time to go back and catch up on Prometheus if you haven't already seen it. But don't, it's really bad. That's about all we have time for this week, but before we go, we've got a competition for you where one person can win a digital copy of Muse's latest album, Drones.
Yes, all you have to do is leave a comment or tweet at us with your favourite Muse song, and one lucky entrant will be randomly selected to win the album. However, if you say madness, you're automatically disqualified.
If you've enjoyed this week's episode, feel free to like, share and subscribe.
And be sure to join us next week for more from the world of entertainment news.
Yeah, thanks very much for watching and we'll see you next time.
Bye.